All right, hello everyone. This is 494 Discussion 12. This week I'll be showing you how using your UMISH email and account you can install Adobe Premiere, the video editing software for your marketing assignment. Adobe Premiere is kind of like one of the industry standard video editing programs, and you get access to it for free as opposed to, paying a cost for it because you go here to UMISH. So I'll put the link to this in the description of the video, but this is the Adobe Creative Cloud is the program that lets you install all of these programs, and we have access to all of these apps for free. So that includes Photoshop, After Effects, Premiere, Spark, Lightroom, all these Adobe Illustrator, um, all great programs. So like you could use Adobe Illustrator to design the logo for your game even. But I'll put this link in the description. What you're going to do is you're going to press the big green button. There's a big green button that says Get Access. Go ahead and click on that. Take you here, Personal Devices. This is probably you, unless you're using a university device, which maybe there's some of you. But you're going to open this link, the Download Creative Cloud link. And then you're also going to want to make sure you click on this How to Log into Adobe Products thing. So this will have you download Creative Cloud, which I already have downloaded because I set it up already to save time. But you download this, and this is the installer for Creative Cloud, where Creative Cloud is the program that will let you install Adobe Premiere, which is confusing because Adobe made it confusing on purpose. It's great. But once you get the Creative Cloud app going, you'll be signed out. Let me sign out just real quick. Just to show you what it looks like. When you install Creative Cloud, it'll start off looking like this. So what you're going to do is you're just going to type in your UMISH email like this and press continue. And you click company or school account. And it'll redirect you to the U of M sign-in page. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to sign in. I'm going to get my Duo push notification on my phone. I'm going to hit accept. And then it will load this page here. It'll say loading Creative Cloud and load up these apps. And once you've done that, that should be, give it a sec to load, but that's how you get access to Creative Cloud from your UMISH email. Once you've done that, you don't really need to have your Chrome open anymore. There's no more docs to read. But then you're going to scroll down into the section that says available in your subscription. You're going to find Premiere Pro. For me, it says it's already installed because I've already downloaded it and installed it. But it'll show up down here as Premiere, PR. And you're going to hit install. And when you hit install, it will also automatically install a program called Media Encoder. That's okay. That's intentional. You're going to need Media Encoder in order to export your project into like the right video files for you to like upload to YouTube, or wherever else you want to upload it. So you're going to want to let both Premiere Pro and Media Encoder install. Media Encoder should automatically get installed if you are installing Premiere. And again, if you wanted to try other stuff too, this is great. Like After Effects, Lightroom, Illustrator, like I mentioned, you might want to use this to design a logo for your game. But you go ahead and you wait. It should take a little bit of time to install this. You just have to wait for it to download and to install, and then you can go ahead and press open. And I haven't launched the programs yet on my computer, so that you're going to see the first time launch on my computer as well. This is what it looks like for the first time, how long it takes. It'll show up this pop-up. And then it will have to scan all this. Oh, I guess it's scanning some of the audio plugins that I use for my audio music production stuff. So I guess we'll have to wait a little bit of time. You probably won't have to do this type of waiting where it's a scanning audio plugins. This will unless you also have some audio plugins you use. Um, anyways, looks like it'll start off by giving you this giant pop-up that says, let us show you around. You could start off with the first tutorial. I would recommend this if you want. But I guess I'm gonna go ahead and show you my quick tutorial from like my knowledge of it. So I'm gonna hit new project. I'm gonna call this P3 marketing or something. And location, we'll put it in my OneDrive, I guess. General renderer. Um, you can change the options for the renderer later in the settings. I'm gonna be picking GPU acceleration because I want it to use my NVIDIA graphics card. So we're gonna hit I think all these normal settings or default settings are fine. So I'm gonna hit OK. And then it's going to create this empty project for you. And so now this is kind of a confusing sort of interface with a lot going on. But we're gonna go ahead and click editing instead of learning. It'll just remove that thing on the side with the learning bar. So let's talk about the different windows that you see here. In the bottom left, this is the project pane, I think it's called. This is essentially your media bin with all of the different like videos and sound files, and just like the raw files that you're using for your video. This is the timeline. If you remember from my music editing tutorial using Reaper, that also had a timeline like this, where you're gonna see when we have media, you're gonna see like it going across horizontally with all of the different media for you to balance and do layering. Program here will show you what the current preview of your final edited video will be. This is kind of the preview window. Source, and all these different windows up here are for adding effects and stuff onto the whatever source file you're using. So we're going to start by importing some media. I am going to go to Unity. I'm going to go to my project 3 from when I took 494. I'm going to pick just a capture that we took for this. And you can see I can just take this and I'm clicking and dragging and bringing it into the timeline here. And the moment I do that, the timeline gets populated with both video and audio. So you can see here that this file, the MP4 that had this capture in it has some audio in it, but it's completely empty. That's okay. You can just kind of mute this track or just not have it going on at all when you have, your other audio. But now if I go ahead and press play in the preview, it'll go ahead and preview what it's going to look like for me on up here. In fact, before I start showing off some audio stuff as well, let me change my Discord screen share to be sharing just Premiere. Okay. So, I have a video in here. So now let's say I want to add, like we do here in the what am I saying? If you noticed in a lot of the trailers, there are title cards that'll show, the name of the game and the name of the people on your team. In order to do that, what we can do, hold on. I used to know where this is. We're going to find this together now. You're going to learn with me where this stuff is. Why don't we open up a Chrome tab real quick? We're going to search for Premiere title card. So I guess let me switch back for Discord to also see, but Adobe has a lot of stuff, a lot of documentation that shows you how to do this. So from the main menu, choose title, new title, default still. I don't know if I see that anywhere. Window workspaces titles. I don't see that workspace either. Wow, this is cool. See, we're learning together how to figure out how Adobe Premiere works. Um, um, let's see what this doc has to say. File, new title. Okay, this person says to do that. This says legacy title though. Why don't we try it out? We're gonna say main title. Okay. Cool, and it's gonna insert it in here. Let's start by adding some text here. And in the text, we'll say it's going to use agency. I don't like that font. Let's pick a cooler font. How about Franklin Gothic Demi? We'll pick that one. And then I'm gonna set the font size to be a little bit smaller. We want this to be the same size as this. And then I want to, you can use the sliders here to kind of move it around. I'm going to move my name down here to the middle here of this. I believe I can, dang it. I can center the text. And then if I press and hold Control, I can click and drag to move it around. So why don't we center it here and here. Actually, we'll move it down and then we'll center it. No. Move it down and center it here. Cool. Next thing we're going to do, should be able to add an image to this. I think. Let's see if we can do that. We're learning a lot about whether or not we can do certain things in this. Why don't we just have the text on there, and then we're gonna go ahead and drag it in onto our title screen here, or onto the front of the timeline. Let's say we just want it to play for the first for for 2 seconds maybe. So we'll extend it out to be 2 seconds. Why don't we zoom in here? We'll make this precisely 2 seconds. You can like resize these perfectly. And then I'll make it a little bit more than 2 seconds, and then we're gonna go to effects. We're gonna go to video transitions. I'm gonna just search for fade, crossfade, constant power. I'm gonna click on this. And I want to add a crossfade. Oh, that's an audio crossfade. I don't want an audio crossfade. See, we're learning here. You're learning as much as I am, I'm sure. Okay, but essentially, I'm saying you could add a video transition, but let's just stay away from that for now. We go ahead and we press play. We can see for 2 seconds it'll show the text with the name on it, and then it will switch into the footage that we have in here. Why don't I switch the screen share back because I'm gonna show like audio stuff too. Let's say you have different audio that you want to play in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add in some music. Uh, this is um, this is some of the music I wrote for this game when I took the class. You can take audio and you can drag it in to the different A1, A2, and A3 corresponding to the different um, audio channels you can have. You can kind of have like 3 going on, and then you can mix between them. So I'm going to have the music start when the video starts. Now if I go ahead and press play to preview, so it's going to like play the music with the video that you put in here. And then if you say add in a narration, if you just real quick go ahead and record a narration and put one in there, you can put that in your third audio track, and then you can change the loudness and softness of each of them and go with that. The one thing I did want to do, hopefully we can do it, is add in the logo of the game that we have, which your team might want to do as well. So I added in our logo as a PNG file. So I'm going to go ahead and add it in at the same time as the title screen. But I'm going to go to its the value right here. I'm going to change the motion. We're going to set the well, let us move it. Yeah, we're gonna move this around. I'm gonna bring it up here. I'm gonna change its scale to be big. So you can kind of see like if you have your team's logo and you want to put the game logo above your names, this would be how you would do that. You would add in the image and put it in with the title card essentially. Yeah, so that's kind of how you can add a title card, which we ask you to do for the assignment. That's how you can add media on the timeline. And you can crop it. The way that works is you put your mouse over on the edge of these clips, and you click and drag, and you can make it longer or shorter. Well, you can make it shorter, and then once you've made it shorter, you can make it back to the full length. You can't make it longer than it actually is. It doesn't generate new content for you, unfortunately. So you will have to capture all the footage on your own. And then sort of once you have your stuff all edited, you probably will want to copy that and put the title screen at the end as well. So we'll have, your trailer plays, and then you'll see the title screen again, and that'll kind of be the end of it. And sort of in terms of adding title cards, adding footage onto the timeline and editing it, if you want to add like visual effects, you can do that. So let's say I select this MP4, I can go to Effects, Video Effects. Let's say I go to Stylize. What if I do... I'm just going to pick a random one here. So it's going to add the brush strokes effect here now. And now you can see if you look here in the preview window, it'll show me what the effect of this is. Now it'll look like someone hand-painted my trailer footage, which doesn't look great in the context of this game, which is kind of a cyber-themed, like, retro racing game. So not all effects will look great. I'm going to go ahead and turn that effect off actually. I'm gonna click delete on it. Can I delete it? I don't know how to delete effects in Adobe Premiere. Maybe I just hit cut. Okay, there we go. Now it's removed. But yeah, so there are a lot of built-in effects that you can apply here with Adobe Premiere. So if I wanted to do some color grading even, um, I can turn the reds down here and maybe boost the blues and boost the blue highlights as well. And now look, if I can disable it and re-enable it, you can see we can essentially completely change the feel of this clip here by doing that. And that might be good if you have, say, if you're trying to convey a certain emotion or, a certain feel, you can add a little bit of color grading over the entirety of your clip to give it that feel. So I don't want it to be this drastic. So why don't I reset the values here? I will boost the reds a little bit though to make it more warm. But anyways, let's say you've finished putting all your video and audio together. You've added your narration. You can oh, the one last thing I did want to show you, wherever you put your little cursor in the timeline, you can split the clips at that point. If I go to edit, I believe I can no, I don't remember how to do it. Give me 1 second. It's Control K, that's right. So you go ahead and press Control or Command K, and now it'll split it to the left and the right. So say you have a whole bunch of footage that you shot and you only want to use the first few seconds of it. You can find whatever section that is, and then you can use Command or Control K, and then you can remove the rest of it there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this down to size. We're gonna have a great, nice long trailer here. It's like 5 seconds long. So I'm going to go ahead and let me save this real quick. So it's going to save the project. And once it's done, like with Blender, there are all these different views. So let's say you wanted to change do more like style editing and more effects applications in a more focused way, or do the focus on the audio editing with the mixer, you can click all these different windows at the top and it'll take you to the different windows, I guess. So I would recommend trying to switch between these whenever you're doing the different stuff. So maybe it would have been better for me to be in the assembly mode when I was assembling all the clips and then editing, now that I'm thinking about adding the effects initially, and then so I'm actually working with the effects, go to the effects. But let's just let's call it good for now. Now that we're ready to export our video, we're going to go ahead and go File, Export, or we're going to click this button up here. This is for quick export, which would automatically apply these settings. I don't want to automatically apply settings. I want to show you. I'm going to go ahead and click Export Media. You're going to want to choose H.264. This is the kind of the codec that's great for uploading to YouTube, which is good. You can choose YouTube 1080p Full HD, which is what I'm gonna choose because I'm really using this trailer to upload to YouTube or something like that. Let's say. And then, oh no, I might have. No, that's right. So you can preview what the entirety of it's gonna be right here. And we can change what the output's going to be. I'm going to go to my videos folder, and we're going to call it trailer test, just for the purposes of this. We're going to make sure the video is HD or whatever resolution you captured the footage at, you can keep it at that. I would suggest AAC for your audio. And then once you have that, you can go ahead and press Q, and it'll say preparing export, and then it'll automatically try to launch Adobe Media Encoder, which again you should have installed when you installed Premiere. It will automatically install this. And now it'll open this up, and you can see here it shows up in the queue for Adobe Media Encoder. And what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and press this little green play button that says Start Queue, and that will start it in the render. The render happened really fast because I have a very short video, but now that that's done, let me switch screens. Oh, I guess Discord didn't get to see this. Let me show you. This is what Media Encoder looks like. We pressed this green button up here to start the queue. So now let me change my window to the full screen. Now that Media Encoder has rendered our file, we can go ahead and click on it here, and you can see that it's shown up here, and we can launch it with whatever video viewer. And here we go. We have a edited trailer. I bet you really want to play my game now because it's such a great, enticing trailer that follows all of the rules presented in the assignment spec, right? Yeah. Anyways, once you have it exported, then you're all set to go to YouTube, and hopefully you know how to upload to YouTube. If not, you can feel free to shoot us a message on Discord or Piazza, and we can show you how to upload a video to YouTube. But that's kind of the basics of getting started with Premiere in terms of how to add stuff to this media bin, put it on the timeline, add a title card, add music and narrating audio, splitting the clips up and editing it if you have stuff you want to delete, and then rendering it. Hopefully all of that did make sense. If it didn't, let me know. I can try and show you more or point you towards more tutorials. But that will do it for discussion 12. Hopefully this helps you get started on your marketing project. We hope you have a good Thanksgiving break. Make sure you do genuinely take a break. And have a great weekend. Bye-bye.